My highlighting skills are terrible. Hey y'all, it's Taylor from Tattooed Teacher Plans. Welcome back to my channel. Today is going to be the first segment in my 2023, well, I guess 2024 goal series. I'm going to do 3 videos and I'm going to kind of switch things up this time a little bit. I haven't included reflection as much as I should have in the past few years, so this video is going to be dedicated strictly to reflection in the plan ahead. The second video, which will be next week, is going to be my word of the year, my intentions, and my mind map using my word of the year. I think it makes more sense to do it at that time because it's all connected. And the third video will be up in 2 weeks, and that will be my annual goals for 2024. I'm so ready to start over, begin again, and I need a fresh start because this year has been ups and downs. It's been pretty wild, but I feel a lot more peace now than I did, say, 3 months ago, and I'm ready to, I'm in the right mindset to really think about the new year and what I want to accomplish. So, with that said, let's get into my reflections. I'm going to move my markers over. I am patiently awaiting the arrival of my dot markers. So excited about that. So this is my 2023 reflections book. This is from makselife. You can still get this if you want it, but if you want to save a little bit of money, like say you're on a tight budget, I'm going to go through the prompts and you can just write those down and you can do these on your own and kind of simulate what I'm doing here. We're going to start with my 2023 year in review and my compass. I have not filled this in yet, but I have worked through everything. So I'm not actually going to write anything down because really I like to sit down with this little notebook multiple times. I think I probably sat down with it 5 or 6 times when I worked on this, adding to it. So you'll see my real handwriting in here. It's a little messy, and that's fine because we were doing the hard work in here. So over here, I put in my current scores, and I forgot to add up all of these, so let me do that real quick. Okay, so last year, well, the start of 2023 was 52. Now, I put over here that my scores decreased, and that was for a lot of reasons, as we'll get into later, but a lot of it had to do with my health and wellness and that of my family, and it was a hard year. So the area of life that increased the most was family and relationships. We had a lot of hard stuff happen this year, but it brought us together. We also celebrated too. The area of life that decreased the most was my health and wellness, the kidney stones, the hospital stay, the surgeries. I also did not prioritize my health for myself either. And that was just due to chaos around me, but I could have done a whole lot better on that. So before we move into the actual prompts over here, we're going to go to the compass and fill this in with my scores. So let me grab my markers. These are the makselife markers, and they match perfectly, which I absolutely love. And they're labeled, which is really nice. So this one is personal. So personal was 7. I see people do this, and they're just kind of perfect at it, and I am not. But we're going to do our best here. Okay. We're going to probably do this again when we get into next week. Okay, then we have fun and recreation, which is this one, and that was a 3. Not great at all. Part of that had to do with it was a hard year, and part of it is I didn't make the time for it. Didn't put in the effort. Okay. Work and learning was an 8. Pretty good. Work is going well. YouTube, not so much, but work is going really well. Kids are really hard this year. It's been a tough one in that aspect, but when it comes to my job, things are going well. Very fulfilled. Okay. Family and relationships is also an 8. Health and wellness ended up being a 4, so lower than last year. Yeah, not great. Spiritual and personal growth, a 7. For financial, 4. And physical environment is a 5. Now, I want to put in the start scores as well. So we're going to kind of start over a little bit, and we're going to put in that one, and we'll just kind of see how it goes. Okay, so last year for, at the end of last year or start of 2023, for personal, it was a 7, so we'll just kind of keep that line there. Then we had a 5 for fun recreation, and then an 8, same thing, 6 for family and relationships. Then we have a 5 for health and wellness, and then a 6 for spiritual and personal growth, a 7 for financial, went down a little bit on that one, and a 7 for physical, wait, where am I at? An 8 for physical environment. Okay, so we can kind of see where things were at and where they are now. So overall decrease, but I am hopeful that we can get these scores up by the end of next year. Okay, now we're going to go into the prompts. So this is where if you are wanting to do this on your own and you don't have the notebook, you can write down the prompts. So just grab a pen and a notepad and let's get started. So what were my wins this year? What accomplishments did I have? So I worked a lot on making peace with my body. I still have to work with it, and I have to work on some things that are lingering, but at the same time, like, I feel good in my skin, which has not happened until now. I am now 39, about to be 40, and it took me this long to get there. I'm not saying that it's perfect every day, but I'm just like working toward that, and like I have peace about it. I also have more responsibilities at school, but I'm enjoying them. I have repaired my relationship with food for the most part too. I am no longer dieting at all. I'm really listening to my body and focusing on that aspect of eating, which has really, really helped with this as well. I paid off my credit card. I only have one. I'm hoping to get like a flight one. If you have a recommendation, let me know, but I will just pay it off every month now that I am at this point. In the middle of the year, I was really struggling with my planner system. It was just too much. So I simplified and I found a system that's working, and I've embraced the simplicity while also keeping some of the fun parts. I had a restful but productive summer, and I got all of my cousins together for the first time in a very long time. It was at my grandfather's like the weekend of his memorial services, but it was also a really good time for us to like spend together and like reconnect. It was great. I think I will go ahead and add some color to this just because it's what I do. So we have wins, and I'm just gonna highlight that, and accomplishments. Okay, highlights. What were the highlights of this year? So I had a successful October family weekend. We do this every year. My mom wasn't able to come this year, but we had a great time, and it was just really fun and very like needed. We've been there for my mom, and she's doing great. She's in the middle of breast cancer treatment, and she's finishing up radiation actually this week, and she's doing really good and great attitude and just like embracing like everything she can, and she's just on the up and up. Go Wild was such a fun experience. It was in early March, and it was great. I highly recommend you go at least once. I'm not going this next year just because I'm trying to prioritize some financial stuff, but it is such a good experience. It was just it was fun. It was also like, it helped me get out of my comfort zone a little bit, and the people I met there were amazing, and it was just awesome. I have seen so many good shows with my sister Callie. I forgot how much I love them. I love a good musical. I love a play, and we bought season tickets, and it's just been really fun. I got a good review at work, and I paid off my credit card. We're putting that on like every list. And believe it or not, the last summer with my granddad, we learned that he had pancreatic cancer in July, and we all were able to spend time with him and comfort him and each other at the end. His services were beautiful and healing, and we really came together. So we had 2 services. One was at the Veterans Cemetery, which was really good. It was just our family. And then the second one was like, it was great. It was like all of his friends and family. I saw people I hadn't seen in 20 years, and it was just really, really good. He was a professor for like over 30 years, and he just had a really big impact on his college and his family and everything. Okay, so let's add a little color to this. We're just going to go in the makselife order. Now let's go to challenges. Okay, so here's where we're going to get into some of the nitty gritty. So challenges that I overcame this year. Kidney troubles in May. I had multiple stones. I was in liver failure. My kidney was shutting down. It was a whole thing. I spent 5 days in the hospital. I had several surgeries. I also had a polyp in my uterus. So this year has not been fun in terms of health. It's been a struggle, but I'm feeling really good right now. I'm starting to prioritize my health, and it's been a lesson in just taking care of myself. My mom's cancer diagnosis, I was with Callie when we found out. It was actually right after Go Wild. I got off the plane. My sister picked me up. We went back to my house, and my mom called us and let us know. And it was really hard, but I've been strong for Callie and Chase, and I've been tried to be as helpful as I can to my mom. And like I said, she's doing great. My granddad's death, so I was glad that we were able to say our piece. I had a conversation with him. It was super hard, like probably one of the hardest things I've ever done. But it was a time for me to like tell him how much he meant to me, and it was just really, really good. I soaked up that time and the memories with my family. So because of all of the medical stuff happening, I had a lot of medical bills, and I just was like paying them out of my savings, and that may have not been the right thing to do, because I really I put a strain on my savings. So in the new year, I'm going to be making some budget changes, and I'm working on that hospital bill, but it is a mountain that I'm having to climb. And like I said, it's just a lot. So we're making payments, but it's just going to be a while before I can take care of all of that. So Instagram and YouTube have completely stalled, and I blame myself because I am stuck in a rut with everything. I feel like my style is good. Like, I love what I'm doing. It's just not really like translating anywhere. And like, I have not put in the effort to, I don't want to say like keep up with the Joneses, because that's like not what I want to do. It's like I have not put in the effort to like promote myself. Like, I'm being so lazy about it, but I still enjoy it. So I just need to like change my mindset on it. My dad had some health scares too, but he's doing great. And generally just being unmotivated. And I followed this fitness guy on YouTube, Jordan Syatt, and people always ask him, like, how do I get motivated? And he always says, you have to create your own motivation. You just have to do it, and then you'll get the motivation out of it to keep going. And that was just really eye-opening to me. So our next color is red. So challenges. How are you doing with the prompts? Is this really hard? Are you getting a lot out of it? Let me know down below. I'm curious. Okay, let's move on with lessons. So what did I learn about myself? What am I most proud of? One thing I learned was I am a leader, and I don't think I really embraced that until recently. So I'm a leader at school, among my sisters, among my cousins. I am strong in crises, under stress for my family. So in these moments over here where it was really stressful, I just tried to remember, like, breathe, embrace the moment, like, don't think too far ahead, just really, like, think things through at the time, and that really helped me a lot. So, like, this thing could have been really scary, and it was really scary because I went into intensive care for a little bit, but it was okay. It was okay. I kept calm, and we got through it, and I'm good. Also, slow and steady is the way to go with my health goals. I cannot do anything drastic. Like, I've done that my whole life, and it doesn't work. Like, I've realized that. Nothing drastic works. Like, diets don't work for me. Like, extreme workouts do not work for me. It's slow and steady wins the race for me. I just feel like that's where I need to go in the next year. If I pause and think things through more, I can make better decisions. So I'm trying not to be like so impulsive, and I know who I am and what I believe and what I think, and I feel strong in those beliefs. So for this one, we're going to grab some purple. Let's go to the next page, and we're getting into some of the deeper prompts here, growth and gratitude. So how have I changed and how have I grown from a year ago? One of them is I feel more peace about who I am and where I'm going. I'm generally pretty calm and think things through better and more rationally. Thanks, Lexapro. I started taking Lexapro last August, and it has made such a big difference in my life. I wish I had done it 10 or 15 years ago, because it was the right decision for me. And I'm really, really glad that I took that step. I will always have anxiety, but it's just a part of me, and always has been, always will be, but I have control of it now. And this has played a huge part in that. I have gained more perspective in lots of ways. I think things through more and from all directions. I am more grateful all around. I embrace rest more. Rest is productive. That's something that was kind of hammered into me, and I don't know where or when, but like, you got to go, go, go. And like, that's not true. At least for me, rest is productive. Okay, for this one, we're going to use this blue color. Gratitude. This was a huge part of this year and something that I will definitely bring into the next year. So what am I most grateful for in 2023? My health and that of my mom and dad. It was so hard in March to learn about my mom's breast cancer, but we came together and supported each other. We're stronger now. Just all around stronger. The solid family time I had, I really embraced that whenever it happened, and I really made a point to really make time for it and put in the effort there. My sister being here, and my brother-in-law at work, and the boys. So my sister, she's just like a built-in friend, and like having her here in my town. They moved last June, and it's just been really, really good. Also, like my brother-in-law, Sam, at work, he's very calm. He's very, he has the patience of a saint, and he has such a unique perspective of everything, and he always brings in those when just right when I need them. Also my nephews being here, I love being the fun aunt, and they're looking at having a third, and just if we have another boy, I'm gonna be overwhelmed, but we're gonna have a lot of fun. I can guarantee that. Okay, my job, it has been more stressful in some ways, but it's still going well. So like I mentioned, this school year has been really hard, just based on the kids we have in the mix and stuff. And you have those off years, they just happen. But this year has just been especially hard. So I have to kind of look at it from the other way. It's still really good in a lot of ways. I got to experience Go Wild, which was amazing. And like I've already said, it's just super fun. Highly recommend. Also, Callie and I could help out with our middle sister, Chase, who has developmental disabilities. And she just needs, she needed a little bit of time away from my mom so my mom could focus on other things. And so she came and stayed with us. And that was really hard because she has anxiety like the rest of us. And she was just really worried all the time. And so she kind of took that out on us sometimes, which was really hard at the beginning. But then, talking it out with my mom and stuff, we got better at it. And now I feel good about it. And hopefully in the next, I don't know, in the future, my parents will move up here and we can help even more with my sister. Okay, so this color is going to be this one. So gratitude. I think it's really great to have a gratitude practice. It really helped me this year. I included it in my planner. I thought about it all the time, and I really focused on being grateful this year, which helped me get through some hard times. Okay, what's currently working well in my life? Self-care. I have been a lot more thoughtful about it and more intentional about self-care. I think that's really helped. Reading regularly. I've been reading a lot of trash lately, but I think that's fine. Sometimes you need to check out and read some trash sometimes, and that's fine. Work and responsibilities and my place there. It's been good. It's working. My family relationships and friendships, my relationship with my body and food, I'm on the right track. So like I said, I'm not 100%, I'm not at the end of the road, but I am on my way. Feeling super grateful, keeping and updating my budget, my cleaning routine, I need to tweak it though, and my skincare routine. I've really stepped it up since I'm turning 40 in 6 months. Yeah, I've stepped it up. I've invested more in my skincare. I started tretinoin, and it's been really, really good. No complaints there. Okay, so the color now is going to be this green. what's currently working well. And then on the flip side, what is not working well? So fitness, I have put in pretty much zero effort. I would say like 5% effort, and I haven't dedicated the time or energy for it. And I want to prioritize that more, definitely, because I know that's like a huge part of longevity. And if I will just get back into the habit of it, then I'll be like on the way. It's just like getting there to that point, which is hard for me for some reason. My cleaning schedule, I want to get my house deep cleaned 1 to 2 times a year by someone else and put it more energy into it myself. So I talked to my mom about this actually, and I think it's something, even though it costs money to do, I think that for me, it is worth it to have someone else come and clean my house. Not often, just 1 or 2 times a year. I think that will be good for me and just take something off my plate. I have not had enough fun or travel in the past, like really since 2020. But yeah, I want to travel more, and I've looked into car camping, and I've really started to collect things, and I really want to try that out. I think it's going to be really fun. Also, deeper cleaning, just like just getting on a schedule, I think will help with that. And in fact, I'm going to put that here. Also, my relationship with my cousin Lauren, we just grew apart starting when like 2019, I think. And we just got busy with other stuff. We didn't prioritize our relationship, and I want to repair it and strengthen it. Every time I think about it, I hate that we grew apart. We were so close as kids. We were really, really close in college. And even just like her life got really hard for a little while. She got a divorce, and like her daughter just went to college this year. And it's just been like, I know she's had some really tough times lately. And I want us to come back together. And hopefully in the new year, we can work on that. I just have to actually put in the effort. And she does too. We got to meet in the middle, you know? Okay, color here is going to be gray. And next we have impact. Okay, this one was kind of hard for me to answer. There's 2 questions here. How do I want people to experience me? And in what ways do I want to create an impact in the lives of my loved ones or the world at large? So that, I don't know why, but that was really like hard to think about. You kind of have to think like from the outside in. So I want people to experience me as a kind person who cares, as a good friend, as intellectual and always learning, as supportive and protective, as a good daughter, granddaughter, aunt, and sister, as someone who has a zest for life and adventure. I added that last one because it's something that I have really put on the back burner, but I'm so interested in travel and adventure, and I have not had an adventure in a long time, and I think it'll be really fun and like bring some life back into me. To create an impact, I will be involved and interested. I will reach out. I will make plans. I will be there. I will have an open mind and heart. I will be creative, and I will explore more. Okay, we're going to go back to yellow for this one. So my impact. That one's tough. You got to really like think long term, and like, I don't know, that just really struck me for some reason. So I'm gonna go ahead and highlight this part. Okay. My highlighting skills are terrible. Okay, adjustments. So this is where I made a big list of like things that I want to change, and I will probably continue to add to this as I get into my annual goals in a couple weeks. So first of all, I wrote lots. So what adjustments do I want to make in my life? I want to create healthy routines and activities that are sustainable and aim for vitality. That just is number 1. Like, healthy routines and sustainability is just like where I'm at right now in my life. Before it was like quick fix. Like, what can I do to like get skinny or whatever? And now it's like, how can I get healthy and live as long as I can and as best as I can? I want to have some more fun opportunities, and I need to create those for myself. I need to take care of myself and family, and I underlined care because I think that's the key word here. Take care of myself. Just kind of be a little more careful with everyone and myself. Put more effort into my friendships, use my time more wisely, make better financial decisions, and build up my savings again. Grow even more personally. I want to kind of like get into some poetry and daily stoic. My sister wrote a book of poetry, and she's publishing it very soon in December. And I read all of it because she gave me an advanced PDF copy, and it really, I don't know, it just like reminded me how much I love poetry. And my mom got me this book last year that was like a poem for every day. So I think I might like alternate between the daily stoic and poetry and like go back and forth. I don't know. Just a thought. Stronger monthly cleaning routine, and maybe spend some money on a cleaning service to save time and energy. More one-on-one time with my nephews. I always spend time with them together. I want to kind of break that up and do like something with Grayson and something with Stellan. Also put more effort into my channel and Instagram. I need to branch out more. I'm not a natural born seller, or I don't know how to say this. It doesn't come naturally to me to push products or share things that are not authentic, which I know that's just like part of the like social media culture now. Like you share things to sell them, and I get that. Like I totally do, because people need to make a living, and I understand that. But like my Instagram and YouTube are not like to sustain my income. They're for fun and for, I don't know, just like enjoying myself, and like it's a hobby, but it also brings in income, which is great because I can like pay for the things that I buy. And so I don't know, I have to find a balance between like being an influencer, which I hate that word, and being a content creator. Like there has to be a middle ground that is comfortable for me, and I just haven't found it yet. So just more thoughts. Let's add in this color. So we've been through, I don't know, what, 10 prompts so far, and now we get into the reflections part. So there's a bunch of prompts here. So pause the video if you need to write them down. So 3 words to describe 2023: heartbreaking, strength, family. 3 words to describe how I felt: beaten down, frustrated and angry, but also peaceful. I don't know how that happened, but I like found peace in everything that happened, or I tried to. How I want to feel in 2024: hopeful, strong, dedicated. And this is like dedicated to each of the 8 areas of life. What am I most excited for in 2024? I put, hopefully it's all up from here. I want to see more shows with Callie, more like adventure with Callie, a fresh start to try again, and better health for me and my mom. What areas of life will I focus on in 2024? First of all, health and wellness. We got to put that at the top. That has to be the priority. I need to make some good progress. So I need to put it first. And financial, I need to pay down some debt and maintain good choices. I spent a little too much this year on just crap, like trying to fill the void of like anxiety or whatever. And that's not good. Not good at all. Okay, what am I going to say no to in 2024? So this was part of Club Moxie this year, saying no. I'm saying no to apologizing for who I am, overeating or undereating. That is just like, it's been ups and downs like that my whole life with overeating and undereating, and I'm tired of it. Social pressures to be someone I am not, punishing myself for food mistakes or any mistakes for that matter. And the mistakes, I would just want to learn something from those mistakes. We can make them. I just want to learn from them and not punish myself for them. What am I going to say yes to? Healthy decisions and listening to my body, rest and fun, expanding and broadening my horizons and trying new things, unique experiences, and spending time with my family more. What am I going to stop apologizing for? My beliefs, my solitude, my foul mouth, putting myself first, and prioritizing living my life my way. Who and what will be my support system? My parents and my grandmother, Callie and Sam, my sister and brother-in-law, my friends, and my kitties, because they just are always there. Okay, so for this page, I want to just kind of continue the colors. So we're going to pick up with work and learning, and I'm just going to put, just highlight kind of parts of the prompts. I should have put my markers in order. Let's see if we can do that real quick. There we go. And then purple. I think this is an important and helpful exercise if you are working on your goals for the first time. Even just like working through the prompts, I think it can be really helpful to get in the right mindset. Even if you don't do all of the questions, if you just do these questions and like some of the other ones, I think it's good. There we go. And we're just gonna finish with, what color? This one? This is so dark though. Let's do this one just to highlight this. So the next few pages are just a letter to me, and I haven't done this yet, obviously, because this is hard. And I didn't even do it last year because I just couldn't think about it. I couldn't get like vulnerable like that. This year I'm going to try, but I'm probably going to keep it like to myself. But it says, write a letter to yourself for 2024. Use this as an opportunity to remind yourself of what you're working towards and why, to give yourself words of encouragement and to channel a message for your future self. Have fun and be kind to yourself. So I think this is a good exercise. I just haven't done it because it's hard. Okay, then there's some note pages, and I'm just going to go to this page. So this is what we're going to finish on. These are my word of the year ideas. I like to have a word of the year just because it kind of gives me a little bit of direction, and I like to break down that word into like the definition to figure out like why I want to use that word. So I just wrote down these as I was going through my reflections, and then when I was done with my reflections, I kind of narrowed them down to a few more. Like I put the little asterisk, then I put the highlighter, and then I chose these two, and I don't know which one I'm going to actually go with just yet. I need to work on it a little bit more, but the two I have it narrowed down to are deliberate and vitality. So deliberate, carefully weighed and measured, studied, intentional, characterized by cautious consideration, careful in deciding. So that could be a really good one. I also have vitality, exuberant physical strength or mental vigor, capacity for survival, or for the continuation of a meaning and purposeful existence. So I'm definitely leaning toward one of them, but they're both good, and I might change my mind. So I'm not going to say which one I'm going to choose just yet, but I think this is a good exercise to do while you're working on your reflections. So here's the plan for the next few weeks. This video is obviously the reflections. Next week is going to be my intentions, my word of the year, and my word of the year mind map, where I kind of break down the word in each category. And then after that, a week later, will be my annual goals, and we'll go through all of those, my thought process, why I chose certain things, and the road ahead. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it or got something out of it, please let me know down below. What are your thoughts on your goal process for this year? Are you doing it right now? Are you taking a break? Are you working on it later? Are you going to simplify this year? I just want to know how you're doing, what's your mindset right now, and then I hope to see you next week for the next video. Subscribe to my channel if you're not already subscribed, and if you want a notification of the next video or any video after that, click the notification bell and you will get a little notification for that, and I'll see you next week. Bye!